Say hi.
Hi. Hi.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're here to recognize the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Neil Arnott, and his invention, the waterbed. Although they're not as popular as what they used to be, many people still use them and buy them today. Whenever I was a kid, my parents had a waterbed, and I can recall many times going in there and playing around and them getting all mad and pissed because they didn't want me on it, popping it, doing stupid stuff on it. But here's a toast to an invention of a lifetime. Now let's look at why Arnott invented such a weird but amazing thing. Although rubber coating with water in it might be such a weird thing to invent, it actually was helpful in many different ways. Many things like the pleasure of a great night's sleep, like what it is used today mostly, or back then it was mostly used for to help prevent bed sores, and it was actually placed in many hospitals. He never thought that it would have such a big impact like it is today. Although this is such a wonderful invention, it does have many small issues. Like I said, whenever I was a kid, and many of y'all were kids at one point in your life, we would always go on our parents' beds and play around and do stupid stuff and all that type of stuff. But on a waterbed, you couldn't really do that. And there was one point where I jumped on it, and a couple hours later, there was a small leak somewhere, and my parents ended up having to patch it, but that's just time consuming, and a lot of parents did have to do that, and so did other people. Even if you were a kid and had a waterbed, you'd still face that type of problem. Also, another problem is it is a pain to move. If you had one and you wanted to go and move to a new house, you couldn't or you could, but you couldn't, it was hard because you'd have to either drain it or move it in some weird way. Think about like holding a water balloon, a big water balloon filled with water. It's kind of weird. I don't know how, it's just kind of weird to hold that. But even though it does have these small problems, everything does. Nothing is perfect. But other than those tiny problems, it has changed many people's lives today. Since 1832, when it was just a thought, he didn't realize he had just invented one of the most comfortable beds to ever sleep on. This was used from the times of 1900s to early 2000s. The reason I say early 2000s because it's not as popular today because of all the Tempur-Pedic beds that are coming out now that you can make it firmer, softer, change the temperatures, you can raise it and do whatever you want with it. But if you have not tried a waterbed, go to your local mattress store, wherever you can find one, and go lay on one, just because it's fun to do. Even though this can be seen as a very weird thing to invent, it has really set off and all around the world. From helping prevent bed sores and letting it be very comfortable to lay on, I would like to thank Mr. Neil Arnott for such a great invention. I know some of y'all might think this is so stupid and why would someone ever think of this, but that's probably because you haven't laid on one. So I recommend and I encourage y'all to go lay on one if you have not. I hope that one day, whenever I'm older and rich, I will invest in one and I will lay on it many times and have the best night's sleep of my life. Thank you.